Book Talk had me convinced that this was the romance to read. But is plus size player really worth the hype? Let's get into it. My name is Raquel. Welcome and welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about plus size players. I'm going to give a brief recap of the book, and then I'm going to get into three things that caught my attention, which was Nina as a plus size model and a plus size woman, her dating multiple people, and her friendships. So, plus size player. It is about a young lady whose name is Nina. Nina is a social media influencer. She does fashion. She has multiple brand deals. She enjoys her job. She is happy, vibrant, bubbly. She is sexy, confident, beautiful, bold, and graceful. She is dating. She is a single woman dating, and she is dating multiple men, which is fine. I love that. I believe she's dating like four guys. And so one of the guys she is starting to have a closer connection with. And as she gets closer to this guy, the other guys kind of fall off. Of course, she has to let them know because she isn't having the type of relationship where she's lying to them and saying, yeah, you're my man, I love you, it's going to be me and you. She is just dating. So each guy that she is dating knows that they are dating and they are not in a relationship. I love that. So now that she has a connection with the one guy, they are kind of getting connection and moving forward. She gets an offer from a fashion, what do I want to call it? A fashion brand, and it would require her to let go of her multiple brand deals, which is going to be a plus for her because they are offering her enough money to do what she needs to do. It's offering a space where she can elevate her career, just all of these wonderful things. But she is not the kind of person who wants to, as it says on the back cover, put all of her eggs in one basket. And I wholeheartedly understand that. But she does go ahead and decide to take this one job. The problem is, once she takes this one job, it causes a little monkey wrench between her personal life and her professional life. And so now they have to work this out. I enjoyed this book. It was great. So now I want to talk about Nina as a plus size model and content creator. So, as a plus size woman, going and being out and about, she is getting a lot of positive attention because I did say that she is beautiful, she is sexy, she is bold, and it is all overflowing. Of course, she does have some experiences that are not as positive. She experiences some bigotry, and she handles it with style and grace and personality, which I love very much. The thing about it is, in my head, she is very well proportioned. And when I say very well proportioned, I mean Coke bottle shape, just a little extra weight. Now, all of us plus size people are not shaped like that. I happen to be a plus size girl myself. When I say plus size, anybody who is wearing any X's you have in your life. So if you 1X, 2X, 3X, then I would consider that plus size. So all of us plus size girls don't have a Coke bottle figure. Some of us are bigger on top, smaller on the bottom, bigger around the middle than we are on the top and the bottom, bigger hips, smaller breasts, like different, different ways that God has made us. And we don't all get a high five, for our figures the way she is getting in this book, which is fine. I might be projecting here. So give me a minute. Um, I love the fact that they represented her in this way. Sexiness is on the inside and bubbles out. Confidence, all of these things are things that you carry on the inside and they show up on your outside. So it really doesn't matter if you have the Coke bottle figure, because once you get to know somebody, you naturally become beautiful if you have a beautiful personality, if your character is upstanding, if you have integrity and all of these things. And I believe that Nina had all of these things, which is why that is what I got from the book. Um, her personality was nice. It was beautiful. She had connections with people. She had a wonderful relationship with her family. She had um, cultivated relationships that she had that started, for instance, in work that turned out to be friendships. She was a beautiful person inside and out. And then for her dating life, I love the fact that she dated multiple people. Now, as women, we are socialized to believe that if you date multiple people, then you're a 304. It's about the perception, at least in my generation anyway. I don't know what's happening now because I'm I'm up here. I'm as far as age goes. I passed this, and I've been married for a very, very, very long time. So I'm speaking from sort of past experience and only what I can see on the outside looking in. But we are socialized to believe that dating multiple people makes you a 304 and the perception of it. But I actually think that dating multiple people is a great idea. It allows you the chance to get to know people before you're jumping into bed, getting those soul ties and connecting to people that you really don't even like, but you don't know that you don't like them until after you've already given your body away. Or, a guy who's putting up a front and then 3 months down the line, his car been in the shop for 3 months. Like, do you really even have a car? And you know what I'm saying? Or a guy who takes you out on 3 dates and now he thinks he's built up some currency and you owe him something. I think dating multiple people is a grand idea. And I like the fact that it was on her terms. She was like, I feel like having a good time. So I'm going to go out with him. I feel like I want some information. I'm going to go out with him. I want to laugh. I'm going to go out with him. I love that for her. I think it's awesome. I think more women should do it. It it just keeps your options open until you have a reason to close them. I think it's an awesome idea. And then when it came to her friends, she has wonderful friends. She has really good support. There's one instance in the book where her friend is going through something and she has had an incident that how we get excited about something, whether it's, something we're happy or sad about, but we got to get it out. She calls her friend and she realizes that her friend is probably not in a space to hear what she's talking about, and she pours into her friend and puts what she's got going back on the back burner. Later on, when her friend is in a better space, her friend is pouring into her and still has no idea what she did. Now, that's a friend. A friend is not somebody who's going to tell you what they did after. Oh, I did this for you. No, that's not how it works, because that is what a friend is supposed to do. And if you got to tell me about it, are you really my friend? She had really good friends. She had a great relationship with her mother. She had great relationships with her coworkers slash associates. Some of them could probably be cultivated into a friendship, but for the most part, they were associates, and they um worked well together in that realm. And me personally, I probably keep them over there because when she was in a certain predicament, I did not like how they responded, or some of them. I did not like how some of them responded. I think there was one young lady that I would probably try and cultivate a friendship with, because even though they weren't friends, she still kept her mouth closed, and I like that. Anyways, this was a great book. It definitely lived up to the hype for me, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you feel like Black romance is now um, representing plus size women better than ever before. Because, plus size women have always been like the pretty girl sidekick, or the comic relief, the butt of the joke, you know, uh, those type of things. So I love this book. It showed us as real people with lives, with jobs, with um, romance and options. Not like we got to take this man and let him treat us any kind of way because we fat. No. Or we got to accept this, or all we want to do is eat. Everybody is not plus size because they overeat. Cut it out. So I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed it so much that I am wanting to read Curvy Girl Summer. And believe me, I was not thinking about Curvy Girl Summer before this. I was just thinking, I'm going to read this, I'm going to see what it's like, and that's going to be that. But my husband and I actually read this together, and we had some really lively conversations throughout the time that we were reading this book. He totally enjoyed it, and I honestly didn't think he was going to enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I did not choose this book. He chose it without reading the blurb. So he chose it just based on the cover. And yeah, we totally enjoyed it. Now, I have to say two things. One, um, I wish that the time span was longer. The book was based over about 3 months. I wish the time span was longer because I would have liked to have seen what happened after they ironed out the wrinkle between her professional and her personal life. I wanted to see them in that state because in 3 months you are in the honeymoon stage. You're happy, you're giggly, the spice is spicing, the text messages got your heart pumping and the little men jumping up and down in your stomach and all of that. So I just wanted to see them beyond that point. And then the other thing is the spice in this book is off the chain. It's a 10. I did not expect it in this kind of book. The book is so well rounded. Um, the kind of spice that's in this book, I expect to be in an erotica, honestly. Um, and I'm not complaining at all. I'm just simply saying the spice was a 10. It was doing its thing. Um, but yeah, let me hear from you. I want to know if you feel like plus size women are being represented in romance in a better way than ever before. I also want to know if you read the book, did it live up to the hype for you? And if you enjoyed the book, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and do all of the YouTube things like comment, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Until next time, see you soon.